Hello. So I'm in the car again, as I am most days, taking my son to and from soccer, and I thought I'd make another video. So I re-listened to the first video I posted, and y'all, I have not been reading romance for 19 years. I got confused with, I don't know what number I got confused with, but I have been reading romance for 9 years. And still, it's the genre that I love the most and that I read the most, and I make no apologies for that. I do dabble in other types of book, which is how, and I'm looking up the name of the book now. So I know that there are a whole subset of people who love the book A Court of Thorn and Roses. And actually, I am reading this book with my oldest daughter, where I'll say we started reading the book at the same time. She has since finished the book. I am on chapter 26, 27. So I am a little over halfway, maybe a little under halfway on this book. To say it is a struggle is putting it mildly. My sister-in-law also read this book and has read the series. She was kind enough to loan the rest of the books to my daughter to read so that we wouldn't have to buy them or wait for them to come off hold in the library. But this book has me so frustrated, and I know it's going to get somewhat better. My daughter told me, like, there are parts that are frustrating, there's parts that, are just annoying, and I think part of it is the main character is young. I am 47, and even when I started reading romance, I didn't read a lot of romance that dealt with young people. So maybe a handful when they were in high school, but usually I picked those up by mistake, where I thought it was something else, it was not. And then I'm one of those people, I will continue to read a book even if I low-key don't love it. I'm getting better at that, at just not finishing a book and just letting it go. But when I started at the beginning, I would read things hoping that it would get better, and that was not always the case. And so this book, the character, she reads young. She may not be, maybe she's late teens, early 20s. I think she's early 20s, the main character in the book. But she's making some really dumb mistakes. And I'm trying to give grace again to this book and to this series, because again, I know it's beloved, and I know that there are a lot of people that I know that have read this book and have read this series and have nothing but positive things to say. But I also know that it can be frustrating also from those same groups of people. So I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to finish the book. I don't know if I will read the next book. It all depends on how this book ends. The number of books I have in my TBR, to be read pile, is insane. Now, I read most of my books on the Kindle and in the Kindle app on my iPad. So I have been collecting and hoarding books for forever. It is ridiculous the number of books that I have purchased that I have not read, and yet I still purchase more books just to not read them. It's dumb. And then I also share my list of books with a friend of mine. So whenever she buys a book, she also is an e-reader. So whenever she buys a book, it shows up in my queue. So it's like my books that I have not read, the list has exploded. Like, it is, I will never have to buy another book. Now, granted, not all of the books that she reads I like, and not all of the books that I buy she reads, but just looking at the list of books that we have, it's egregious. And so it's enough to where I should not continue reading a book I don't like, but I am going to finish on this book because the whole point was for us to read it together. She has finished the book, is ready for book 2. I am trying to finish this book. I thought I was a fast reader, and I realized I'm a fast reader when I like the book. I'm not a fast reader when I don't care. And right now I'm at the point where I don't care, because she is a human in a mystical fairy world who is behaving as if she should know everything that's going on when she was just made aware that there's this other world that exists. Like, girl, what are you doing? Like, why are you not listening to these people? Now, I can understand part of it, and I'm trying not to give away, even though I'm sure most of y'all have already read it. I'm trying not to give away parts of the book, but it's just, you are new here. Now, the way that you got there is not under the best circumstances, so I understand a bit of hesitation, but there's like no life, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like, girl, do you want to die? It's like when they said in Ghost, and Whoopi Goldberg said, you in danger, girl. Like, you are in danger. He told you to stay in the house. You walk outside the house. There's fairies. You almost get assaulted. You're trying to fight back, but you are human against fairies that can change and morph. You are, say, 5 feet. They're 6'5". Girl. Anywho, I'm going to finish this book. I will. I promise. And I'm hoping that it's going to end better than it is right now, but we'll see. Anyway, that's it for now. Talk to you later. Bye.